Hello! How the fudge you doing? Hey guys, DField here, bringing you another episode of Factions Let's Play, and today, welcome back to Factions Purple. I do have a surprise for you guys a little bit later on in today's episode. This is, it's a kind of a disappointing surprise as well, guys. Sort of, kind of, because to be honest with you, someone beat us to what I'm talking about. Like, something happened yesterday. I don't know the details yet. I haven't really had to talk, or I haven't really talked to the enemies about faction stuff in a while, but I'll tell you guys all of that stuff when we get to that clip. But first, I know a lot of you guys have been waiting for this. Did Matthew organize the freaking chest? So we did not get what am I saying here? We did not get a factions episode out for you guys yesterday because Matthew got home at 8 o'clock last night, and basically we couldn't record factions yesterday just to the fact that he obviously got home, did his homework, we ate dinner, and then he went to bed because he gets up at 5:30 a.m. to get ready for school. So I gave him a little bit of an extra time. Actually, did I even? I don't even know if I did give him extra time, but he was not able to. He's literally sleeping right now. Like, Matthew's already sleeping in his bed right now for tomorrow, but technically he should already have these chests enabled. So right now, guys, right before we freaking get to this, quick question for you guys. Do you think Matthew did this? I feel like, wait, what did I bet? I can't even remember what I bet him. Oh no, he's the leader of the faction. If he organized this, then he's gonna be the leader of the faction. This is gonna be trouble. Okay, let's go ahead. So all these gapples were already organized. Okay, all the TNT that I organized is in its proper chest. So it looks like all that. All right, let's look through these chests real quickly. I don't know, guys. I actually don't know if Matthew actually organized this stuff. Let's see. Oh, it looks organized. Oh, swords are in there. Bows and stuff are in there. Are this helmets, legs, chest plates, boots, pickaxes? It looks like Matthew freaking organized it. No way, dude. I was not expecting that. No way. Matthew paid someone else to do it. Oh, and then the enchanting bottles are right up there. Oh my god. Okay, so everything is pretty much organized here. So I promised you guys that I was going to go ahead and blow up this base here on the Archon. Now, obviously, I haven't actually... Oh, actually, wait. Let me go /back. And then let me grab some of the TNT that's over here. I'm going to grab a couple of stacks, actually, because I want this entire thing to be gonzo. Now the thing is, I'm gonna keep my home sets in here just in case anyone tries to be slick and actually try to reuse this base. So I'm gonna have a bunch of different home sets, probably 3 or 4 different home sets on different levels throughout this entire base, just to kind of make sure that no one at all tries to reuse this base for their own personal use. So obviously we put a lot of work into this base itself, and if like I were to unclaim all, then people were just able to reuse it. Obviously, yeah, we would know how to raid it, but it would still be a pain in the butt to go through a base that we built ourselves. So I thought, like, you know, for the better, you know what, why not just explode the base, make it a really big mess. Now Matthew wanted to be here as part of this freaking video, but obviously he cannot be. Oh no, there's redstone. I forgot about that. I forgot about the redstone. That just trips off the freaking TNT right there. So I've got a bunch of water sources here that made sure that all of this was water protected. So I just got to make sure this is all off before I continue with what I am planning to do today. But basically, I wish Matthew was here. Matthew would have a freaking blast destroying this entire base. This base well, you know, to be honest with you, this base wasn't even raided. Like, if we do /fmap, nothing of this base is raided. Like, everything, it kept us safe for the couple of months that we used it for. So to be honest with you, no one can actually say that they've raided this base. Like, freaking Dave's faction made a phenomenal base. Like, they built a base that, you know, obviously people could raid it, but it does take some time to actually raid these types of bases, because obviously it takes time and effort to raid these super big massive bases. So obviously you guys might be wondering, why and how are you ever going to try to plan and raid or put a strike on Rusher on Factions Crimson if it's taken you this long long to even, or if people can't even raid bases in your own faction server. So now I have something to reveal to you guys. I haven't talked about this at all in videos. I think I actually let it slip a couple of times during a live stream, but during our spare time, and especially this is not actually me who does all of this. A lot of this is actually done by all of Dave's guys. All of Dave's guys are really hardcore faction players, so I have to give them credit for all of this. But basically, we have a whole bunch of bases on Crimson that are kind of low-key, you know, not huge bases, but also very big farming bases that we've been using for the past 2.5 weeks that we have literally told no one about. And we've been farming, we've been collecting up all the money. Obviously, the allies, like I know, like 2 or 3 weeks back, we had a video where we basically like had all of Russia's enemies contact us so that we could get a whole bunch of money together for a freaking raid against them. And instead, we were just like, you know what, we can raise this money ourselves. Like we don't need people to pay for the stuff that we're gonna be using. So we decided that you know what, that's exactly what we are gonna do. So we have like a temporary base that's well defended, not really well defended. It's not impossible to get in or whatever, but we definitely have a base on Crimson. I'm gonna give you guys a quick short tour of it. I'm not gonna show you guys the inside because obviously if I show you guys a little bit too much, then you guys might go out looking for it, obviously, and find out exactly what we are doing over there on Crimson. But exactly, so oh my gosh, this base right here, oh the memories. I wonder, did they get everything? Yeah, they got everything from here. So everything is going to be destroyed today. Now, I really can't wait to explode the outer portion of this, which I'll probably do off camera just because there's a lot of TNT and stuff that I have to set up. Like, I forgot to tell the faction to take off like the actual water sources so that I could literally blow up everything here. So we're gonna kind of have to deal with all these water sources going all the way through down, but I do want to destroy as much of this as possible though, and make sure I'm gonna have a whole bunch of homesteads on different levels here. Now, did they clear this out? I'm really hoping that they cleared out at least some of this stuff over here. Now, some of my allies, if you guys are allies and you guys are owning one of the hotels down at the very bottom of the base, make sure you guys go ahead and actually, oh wow, they forgot some stuff over here. Okay, I'm gonna have to, wow, there's 2 double chests of TNT right here. Okay, eHome TV. And I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I can finish looting all this stuff in a little bit. I guess freaking whoever owns this portion of the base didn't actually have time to move all of their belongings away, but anyways, it shouldn't be too big of a deal. We'll be able to recover pretty quickly. We're pretty rich here on purple anyways, so it's not too big of a deal. We haven't had a real challenge in terms of like enemies or anything in a while, so you know, nothing really too much to worry about. This is, oh my god, look at all these master sets here, master and challenger. Can't even complain. Let's go ahead and grab these. This is probably, I actually don't know whose floor this is. I can't quite remember, but I'm just gonna go ahead and take it to our permanent, or our, not permanent, what am I saying here? Our temporary vault, so that we can get this base unclaimed, because I do want to use, I do want to use a lot of this, like all the power that Leviathan has right now, to use as more buffers against, or on the new base that we're planning to do. So Matthew's gonna have to actually organize this when he gets back. Maybe I can play a prank on Matthew and tell him that he never organized it. And then just be like, yo, dude, you never organized it. Look, everything is still freaking messy. And then maybe we can get him to fall for that. So I don't know. Like, I'm not even sure. I'm not even sure if Matthew was the one who organized it. Like, I feel like he's cheating the system somehow. I really do. Okay, so I gotta finish grabbing all this before I actually head on out. I should probably stop destroying this base, because it does look like there is some stuff here that I am gonna need. So I don't wanna throw any of this, like I don't wanna explode any more of this if not. So I guess the explosion of the base is gonna have to wait. Oh my god, look at this. We have stuff here. And the freaking guys who owns this floor, they didn't move it into our new spot yet. So we're gonna have to do a little bit more work here. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. Oh my gosh. Now, I know I promised you guys, this is actually going to segue into what I wanted to do for the remainder of this episode, because it's a very chill episode today, and I told you guys that I was going to have a raid today, but I'm going to need a little bit more of your guys' help before I can do the next raid. So let me go ahead and show you guys why, and kind of go to this proper server as to why basically I wasn't able to get a raid out for you guys for today's episode. So let me guys go ahead, server faction Crimson. What? Faction Crimson? What? We're on Crimson right now? Oh, I log in on game mode. Excuse me. All right, let me get out of there. There we go. I don't know why it does that. Freaking ops, guys. This is what you get for being opt on the server, right? This is what happens. Am I in vanish? They probably can't see me, so let me vanish and unvanish so he can see me. See, now he can see me. I hate when that happens. But anyways, okay, so let's get on with what I have to show you, and I'm gonna be talking here while I do some work on our permanent temporary base. Permanent/temporary base here on Crimson. So yes, we do have a base. No, I will not tell you which faction we are claimed under. I'm not even in the physical faction itself, and we're still in the process of making a whole bunch of stuff that is kind of very, very, very temporary right now. So obviously, as you guys can see, we've had set homes in the Nether for a while, and what we've been doing is we are making just a temporary base here on Crimson to kind of just have a foothold on this entire area here. Oh my gosh, am I in neutral territory right now? I might be in neutral territory right now. I don't even know what's going on here. Hold on. /ehome walls. All right, there we go. Okay, perfect. So basically, what we've been doing here on Crimson, I've not mentioned this in any freaking video whatsoever. We have a small base here. It's not really small. It's a pretty decent sized base, and basically a lot of Dave's guys. It's like I can't even take any credit for this because a lot of this is Dave's guys doing, and they've been making temporary bases here on Crimson that have a whole bunch of iron golem spawners in it, in order for us to just make money. Like, we need money in order to do this raid that we're planning on doing on Rusher, and since none of us, like not me, not Dylan, not Grape, and obviously a lot of our allies who we made allies with on the server, like we need a lot of money, guys. Like, I don't know if you understand how much money we actually need for this thing that we are doing. Like, what if we do attempt to raid Russia? Like, we're gonna need tons and tons and tons and tons of money. So Dave was like, you know what, Mark, I'm gonna get my guys to build a nice temporary base so that we have something to kind of generate us money. And as of yesterday, I do think that Dave has about 10 million or so saved up for this upcoming raid that we are gonna attempt on Rusher. Now, I have to tell you guys, we were planning on raiding Rusher today. Like, today was the day. Today was go day. We were gonna get a whole bunch of our faction members on and basically just try our goddamn hardest to freaking get a raid inside of Team Nudist. But what happened was in the middle of the day today. So today is Thursday right now. I'm recording this Thursday night. Almost everybody's sleeping right now. What happened was we got word, like somebody just messaged me on Skype and they were like, yo, we heard that Rusher's base got insided today. Now, I have not talked to Rusher today because obviously Rusher's kind of busy with his own college schedule as well, so I don't see him on TeamSpeak very often anymore. But basically, they told us that Rusher got insided. I'm not entirely sure on what the story is, so if you guys do know of the story, can you guys like comment down below and let me know exactly what happened with Rusher's base? Like, I'm not sure if like they got insided. I'm not sure if somebody turned on them or somebody actually raided them. I don't know. Like, did Black Tree fall without us actually knowing? I'm not entirely sure as to what happened then. So hopefully, you know, it's one of those things that maybe somebody got to it just before we did, and you know, it's just one of those things that happens. Like, if you're not fast enough, obviously people are gonna want to try to raid Rusher. And according to him, like according to who was I talking to? I think I talked to somebody that was in their faction. I can't remember. I was on TeamSpeak just kind of asking around to see if anybody knew what they were talking about, or what happened to their base. And basically what they told me was I guess somebody insided or took all of everything from their base. I'm not sure if they got insided. I'm not sure if I have no idea what happened with what they were doing. Like, it's just one of those things that, you know, if you don't, like, if you aren't like current and you don't know what's going on in the factions world, you're never gonna freaking figure out exactly what is going on. So if you guys could fill me in on what happened, like, did they lose their big Black Tree base? Like, did they lose that massive base that we were planning on raiding? Like, all this week of preparation is just like gone and boiled down to this small segment of what happened yesterday. So I'm really bummed out about it. I was really hoping to get a freaking raid on Rusher to freaking tonight. Well, basically today, like earlier this afternoon when all of our faction members were on. But it got insided apparently. So let me know what happened about that, and hopefully we can figure out what happened to their base. Maybe it didn't. Maybe it didn't get raided and we were just told false information. I don't know. We didn't even, like, it takes us about an hour and a half to actually build the cannon on the server. So you know, it's one of those things that was like, oh, we heard it was raided, and then we kind of like checked out the walls, and nothing looked raided from the outside, but maybe it was raided on the inside. I have no idea. That's why I'm thinking it was actually raided rather than anything else. But just let me know. I had one more thing to discuss right before we actually freaking end today's video. As you guys can see, it's just one of those videos where I talk to you guys and kind of do faction stuff, because obviously I got work to do, guys. I got work to do. You know how it is. I got work to do. But basically, what was I gonna ask you? I was gonna ask you guys a question. Oh, okay. So I wanted to, since we do have basically a foothold on purple, not purple, excuse me. Since we do have a foothold now on crimson, we're gonna have enough materials to do a little bit more raids on this server. Like, especially since now that like we know who the enemies are and we know who our allies are, we know exactly who to kind of go for. So what we were planning on doing, I know that Team Nudist has, oh my gosh. I know that Team Nudist actually has a lot of big allies that also have massive bases in the overworld. And a lot of them are always talking crap in the chat, guys. A lot of them are like, you guys can't raid our base, blah, 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 blah. And since they're allied with Team Nudist, it's very hard for some of you players to actually raid those bases. So since we do have this foothold on Crimson now, I'm going to ask you guys for a quick favor here and actually ask you guys to message me. So go on to Factions Crimson. All you have to do is type in /mail send and Deafield, and then type in the coordinates of the overworld base that is not Rusher's base, but Rusher's allies. We are going to target Rusher's allies to begin with, and then eventually we will go ahead and work on Rusher himself. Like, we're gonna work our way up. Like, once we hit his allies, once we start hitting some of his friends, we're gonna go ahead and work our way up, and eventually, hopefully, try and attempt a raid on Rusher himself. So we're gonna see how that goes. I want you guys to list me all of Rusher's biggest allies on Crimson, whether they have a big overworld base. Tell me their faction name, give me their coordinates, give me all the information that I would need for my faction to go to their base, build a cannon, and freaking raid an allied Team Nudist base. Like, that is literally what we want to do. We want to kind of cripple their helping factions, and then slowly work our way up towards the actual main Rusher Team Nudist faction himself. So as you guys can see, we have, like, I've got plans. Like, don't get me wrong, guys. I know a lot of these plans are taking a little bit of a long time to kind of make themselves prominent and known, but you know, it's one of those things in the factions world that obviously if you don't plan well enough, then you're just gonna end up failing, and then it's gonna just turn out bad, and then you know, you're gonna regret it, guys. You're gonna regret it if you don't plan well enough. So I'm trying my hardest to get almost as much of the things as I can planned out, so that when I do attempt to raid Rusher, like, you know, maybe his allies won't have armor, or they can't help defend, or a lot of stuff going on, guys. A lot of stuff going on. So I've got a lot of work to actually do tonight. I'm going to finish off this section of the walls. I'm going to go ahead and lava everything right now. So all of this. And then I do have a section over here to actually finish off. So this should be done by later tonight, hopefully. And then we'll get this section all watered out. As you guys can see, our allies, let me show you our... the little section over here. I'll show you guys how small this base is. That's the only thing I'm going to show you guys. Whoa, a little bit of frame lag right there. Probably the freaking lava generating over there. But our allies and the people who are actually in the faction itself have made just a small little farming base here. I'm not going to show you guys what's on the inside, because obviously if you guys are going to hunt for this freaking base, and then we're going to be screwed. But we've got the money made already. We've got, oh my freaking god. Are you serious right now? Let me just do / oh no, are you serious? Okay, there we go. Okay, perfect. So anyways, this is the little small farming base that we got over here. Nothing really too well defended yet. We are going to be working on getting the rest of these defenses up by tomorrow evening. So even before you guys see this video, this base is going to already be defended, and it's going to take a nice decent cannon to actually get all this. So my job tonight before I go to bed is to get all of this lavaed and watered, so that these water walls and this entire section of the base is 100% complete and ready to go. Guys, I think I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. I've got about another, I'm gonna see if I think Jacob was actually on in the other server, so I'm gonna see if I can ask him for a little bit of help here. But basically, got a little bit of more work to do, guys. You guys know how it is. Factions grind, factions just continuing to go, guys. I really do apologize, guys. Like, it was one of those days where I promised you guys a raid, and then all of a sudden I couldn't deliver, because obviously things were out of my control, guys. Like, I don't know. I don't know what happened to the Team Nudist base. I wanted to I wanted to attempt the raid tonight, but apparently it just did not work. I don't know, guys. I have no idea what freaking happened. But anyways, guys, that is gonna bring it to the end of today's Factions Let's Play episode. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you guys hit that like button. Thank you guys so much for watching and tuning in. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully, I'll have something to raid, maybe in a couple of fights. I have no idea. We'll see what happens in Factions World tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is DField. We'll see you guys tomorrow.